Hi, my name is Justin Jackson, and I'm here with JustinJacksonBaseball.com. How can I get myself focused? So today we're going to talk about focus and preparation. I always get questions about, I'm having trouble focusing, I'm having all these external thoughts, in my mind prior to the game. I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. I really believe that focus, preparation, and confidence are the building blocks of a great ball player. To be focused, it starts with our work. It starts with all the stuff that's going on hours before the game. You can't just roll out of bed and show up and be ready to play a ball game. Only a few people can just flip the switch and go. But even those people work harder than you'd ever know. So I really believe in, if you're working hard and you want to do something over and over and over, and the more you do it, your body knows where it's supposed to be. Your mind knows how to fire. Everything's on autopilot. That's how you get confidence. Your confidence comes from knowing 360 in and out exactly how your body works and how Justin Jackson is going to operate. That's where your confidence comes from. Think about it like this. I don't know if you guys ever, in the off season, we take some time off and you get back and it's your first time, picking a ball up and throwing maybe in the off season. First time taking swings in the off season. And that first day, everything's a little bit off. You got to feel your way through. If you had to play a game that day, you'd be a little bit thrown off because you haven't been practicing. You haven't been locked in on what you're doing. You haven't had the repetition. So your confidence wavers a little bit because you're not quite there. So with that being said, you can focus by working hard. You get focused by knowing what your preparation is. You get focused by having a consistent preparation. For me, when I was a hitter, when I was at my best, I had a routine. Routine. Everybody remember that word. What's your routine? I had a routine every day. I'd get to the ballpark. I would have a little snack to eat. I'd get myself ready. I'd go to the cage. I knew what I was working on at 1:15 during the day, and this is for a 7 o'clock game. I knew that I'd take this many swings off the tee. You can adjust your routine here and there, but then you knew I was going right to flips, and I was going to take this many and work on through the middle, work back through the middle, work backside. I knew going into the game, what I needed to do prior game. I had a pregame shower. That was just my thing. And then I would go into stretching, and I still do these things even as a pitcher. I loosen my body up. I get myself prepared for the game. I start focusing, put my headphones on. I start to lock in to go to war, to go to battle. And I knew when I had my routine that I was all right. Everything was all good. I was confident because I knew I put the work in early, so now in the game I can shine. I knew I put the work in so I can shine during the game. When you know you didn't put the work in and you just show up hoping for good stuff, let me tell you, it's not going to be there when you want it. But when you put that work in, and on a daily basis you grind. That's what grind comes from. Grind is not, you don't grind 3-hour game out. You grind a 12-hour day. That's how you grind. For 144 games in a row, 162 games in a row, plus the playoffs. That's how you grind. And it starts with the moment. I heard Steve Springer, he says this all the time. When does your preparation start? It starts when you wake up and you go to breakfast and you open the morning paper and you see who you're facing that day. And that's the truth. That's when preparation starts. You start getting it in your mind how you're going to attack that guy that day. As a pitcher, you know how you're going to turn that line over that day. You know who you got, how I'm gonna pitch each guy. That's how you prepare and become focused. You can't just show up out there and have laser sharp focus and you haven't prepared yourself for the game. If you're a hitter, here's my starting pitcher. He has a slider for the strikeout pitch. He has a fastball, 92, 94. I know that I can handle his fastball. He throws a lot of strikes. Okay, I need to be ready to hit early. This is stuff you can only get by having pre-game focus and learning and figuring out what you're going to do for that particular pitcher. Same thing as a pitcher. I know how I'm going to get this guy out. I know he can't hit a breaking ball. I know this guy has trouble early in the count. He's too aggressive. I can put a string on him. This guy's a contact hitter. I'm not going to waste my time with him. I'm going to go at him, get him out. You got to know how you're going to approach the game. And when you have that focus, and you know you prepared, your preparation's there and your routine's there, and you do the same things every day, you're going to be more successful because now your mind is on the same wavelength every single day. It's running autopilot every single day. It's not going to bother, it's not going to get in the way. You're going to be focused on what you're going to do because you already know, you've already thought about what you're going to do. And also something that's very, very important, probably the most important, and I haven't mentioned it yet, visualizing. Visualization. You can build confidence by seeing your future, seeing what you're going to do that night. That's how you build confidence. Seeing yourself go 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a homer. Seeing yourself punch the side out. That's how you build confidence. Here's a quick story. They said there was a POW, prisoner of war. He was locked up for 5 years during the Vietnam War. Prior to the war, he was a golfer. Scratch golfer, wasn't very good, shot in the 80s or something like that. Shot in the 80s, high 80s. He was locked up for, several years, prisoner of war, and he got bored in there. So every day he would play 18 holes of his favorite golf course back home in his mind. He focused on that. He focused on shooting every shot perfectly. He finally gets released after the war. He gets home and he goes and plays his course. First time playing this course, he shoots in the 70s, all-time best. And he's blown away by this fact that he can play haven't played in 4 years, and he can go out there and put up his best numbers ever. He realized the power of visualization, visualizing. They did a study on athletes. When you visualize, the same stimuli is being fired from your brain as when you're actually physically doing the motion. So your mind is creating stronger stimuli to fire that bat, boom, when you think about it. But your body's not working. So now when your mind does that, now it's going to work quicker because you're building those muscles. You're building that mental capacity. Before I go to bed, I visualize myself being successful on the field. I visualize myself being successful at life. These are things that you can do for 5-10 minutes a day. That's going to build your confidence. You got to be a confident ball player. You visualize yourself being successful. And the more you do that, it's going to be natural to you. Success is going to be a natural thing. So ball players, just believe this: confidence, routine, and focus all work together. And if you can have all those things working and you can have a confidence in yourself, you're going to be successful. And once you learn to visualize, sky's the limit. If you like my videos, subscribe to my page, give me a like. Thank you for watching, and just stay tuned. I'll have more videos coming as the season progresses, as I go up to Lancaster, Pennsylvania and play for the Barnstormers this season. So follow along through my journey, and I'll be giving more information. Thank you for watching, and keep on balling.